Two dudes reviewing the news, pop culture, video games, movies, and shoes. Quincey and Justin with a nerdy forecast. So stay a while and welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast.
Welcome to the Not So Live Ugly Mugs Podcast this week. I'm your host, Quincey.
And you're the host, Justin.
It's been a heck of a week. We were hoping to debut the, I guess we could say new studio.
Yeah, the new studio, but...
we seem to be having an internet issue. We can surf the web. We can pull up all the images for you guys. We just can't show any of it to you.
Yeah, streaming has been a little bit of a problem, but it's fine. We'll have it all fixed by next week, I said.
So you guys are getting a 119.5 this week rather than a full episode 20. We're going to talk to you about some of your favorites with AEW review for the pay-per-view, movie reviews, and there's a little bit of news mixed in there for you, too.
Yeah.
All right, so let's start with the pay-per-view this week. This is your second or third pay-per-view?
This is my third pay-per-view.
Okay.
But before we get into that, though, we are not drinking anything special. He's drinking a Coke coffee, and I'm having a freaking Mountain Dew Kickstart.
Still doing my coffee.
Yeah, we're not doing nothing on nothing.
I mean, it was one of the first things I made sure once knew we were staying and I had the house, I made sure the Keurig was downstairs with creamer.
Yeah, I know, right?
There was a issue. The creamer popped open. The creamer got in the box, got in the trunk of the car, and made its way into the house. All while I hadn't moved any towels over yet.
Jesus criminy.
So t-shirt cleanup it was.
Oh, jeez. AEW Double or Nothing. Very entertaining. We missed the buy-in in the first match?
Yeah, we missed the first match. We came in during the second match. We missed the buy-in, which means we missed the first match there, the only match there.
Yeah.
Then the first actual match, then we came in during the second match.
Yeah.
Now, the reason that being is I could not get the purchase for the pay-per-view to work.
Yes.
I have been charged $50 for this, and now someone else has been charged $50 for this. Because we had to jump through hoops to be able to buy this pay-per-view. And I sat on hold for 49 minutes, gave up and hung up, and I'm calling them back tomorrow. I sent them an email. I'm calling them back tomorrow because they weren't answering their phones to deal with customer service. And I could not talk to them about the fact that I paid for a pay-per-view that I couldn't watch.
Yeah.
It's not AEW's fault. It's the company that's doing the purchasing for it because AEW is sending the same signal out whether you're buying it on Cox, you're buying it on DirecTV, you're buying it through Bleacher Report. It's the same signal being sent out. It's the company that's decoding that for you when you purchase it.
Yeah. And, I mean, it was still very entertaining. We had a good meal. We had a good bunch of matches.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing quite like barbecue and a fight. You know?
Yeah.
We won't be able to do Memorial Day celebration tomorrow, so this was our early Memorial Day celebration.
Yes.
I am all fumbly with my words.
Yeah, it's been a long... having to work with the public during a time of partying has not been my favorite thing this entire week.
We live in a tourist town, too.
Yeah, I'm not proud.
And then I'm doing the move and working, and that's kicking my ass.
Yeah, so we're dragging our heels this week.
But we're still here for you.
We're still here for you.
We're still chugging our drinks and, watching all kinds of goodies.
Yes.
So, I'll break down the first match that we didn't get to see. That's Serena Deeb versus Riho.
Yes.
Riho. Riho was actually the first women's champion of AEW, and she held it for a while, and then changed hands a couple times. And I'm kind of sad that I missed that match because I actually really like her wrestling, and I like Serena Deeb, who currently holds the NWA Women's Championship, I do believe, and has been defending it like crazy on AEW. Firestone was a great match. I didn't see it. I can't really talk much on it. The second match that we missed was honestly probably the one I was second most excited for.
Really? Oh, the Young Bucks versus...
No, Young Bucks is the match we came halfway through.
Okay.
This one was Hangman Adam Page against Brian Cage.
Oh.
Yeah. And from what I understand, it was a great match. And I called it, based off of what I was told, I called it bump for bump about, like, people interrupting and how shit was going to go down.
Mm.
So, but we came in during the Young Bucks one, which I also called pretty well. I knew there was going to be interference and stuff. I knew there was going to be outlandish outfits. I think this is the only one I was wrong about the outcome on. And we're not going to spoil any outcomes for you guys. We're going to leave it because people can still buy this pay-per-view and watch it.
It was very entertaining. Worth every penny.
Yeah. I mean, $50 here. I think it's $60 in the UK. But I could be wrong. It's $60 somewhere. Yeah, I'm not mad that I bought it. I'm mad that I technically bought it twice and got to watch it once.
Yeah, but you're going to get, hopefully, I mean, you are going to get your monch back.
No, yeah, I'm not going to leave it alone until I do.
Yeah.
And then match number 3, I do believe. Which one was match number 3?
I don't remember. I want to say it might have been...
That one, I think, was the Royal Rumble.
No, it wasn't the Stampede.
Stampede's last.
Stampede was last. Yeah, it was the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I think it's the Casino Rumble, not Royal Rumble.
Oh, yeah.
Where they do things a little different. That everyone's given cards and they draw,
Suits.
and so you come out by the suit rather than your number. That one I didn't have a winner picked.
We wanted a certain individual between us. Yeah, between us all. But the winner fought hard for their hold.
Now we did debut someone new to AEW.
Lio Rush.
Yeah. I don't know anything about him. So what are you thinking?
Lio Rush is good on mic, so promo cutting isn't going to be a problem for him. I can foresee good things for him. I'm surprised that he came over. I didn't know about his wrestling career in the past, so this is just a new endeavor for him. Mm-hmm. So this is going to be a whole new territory for me getting to know Lio Rush again. Because the Lio Rush that I know was Bobby Lashley's manager, who was quick talking, always dodging. He was being the heel. He was doing all the negative things and being like, "Haha, I get to trick you." And then
manager stuff.
Yeah, and then just ducking out of the way though because he's quick, he's agile, he was fast.
Yeah, he was fast tonight.
Yeah, he that's what he does, and that's all I can really say about that match. It was a lot of really good spots, but
there were moments where it was hard to tell who was
in or out
and who wasn't.
Yeah, people going out under the ropes to not be eliminated, but then come back just to do more work. I'm like, I don't like when people do that. I get it. It's part of Royal Rumbles. I expect it at this point. Yeah. My issue is that when you're not making it clear and so many people are doing it, it gets very congested and very confusing really quickly. Yes. But all in all, it was a good match. Yeah. I was hoping it was going to be a ladder match. I thought it was too. Because the last Double or Nothing, which debuted Brian Cage originally, that one had like a Royal Rumble, or not Royal Rumble, but like a 6-man or something like that. Gauntlet. I think it was kind of like people were introduced later on. Yeah, I think it was like a breakdown that people are introduced over time type of thing. Because I remember Cage was introduced last because it was like the big, oh my god, they got Cage. And he split the ladder open when he came in. He ripped the ladder in half. Yeah. But the reason I wanted it to be a ladder match wasn't just because I want to see some man fucking just annihilate a goddamn ladder. It's because we had Christian in this. Christian and Matt Hardy. Although Matt Hardy isn't doing much right now. He took super soft bumps and it showed. Yeah, and I have a whole thought process on this, but I don't want to insult anyone, so I'm just gonna. That was a good match. After that one was that the Cody Rhodes and and Anthony Ogogo. That was a good match. We thought it was going to end early and we were going to get disappointed, but we were disappointed by the disappointment. So it was a fine match. Yeah. It didn't do anything stellar. Let's put it like that. With all the talk, I'm not going to be the American Nightmare. I'm going to be the American Dream. For one night only, I'm going to do the thing that only me and my brother have the right to do. I'm going to be the American Dream. Right. I'm going to come out with this new, absolutely god-awful looking aviator jacket that screams America. I'm going to walk around with the American flag draped over my shoulders. At the buy-in, I'm going to have a giant American, or not buy-in, the weigh-in, I'm going to have a giant American flag behind me. And the bad guy is going to come out and he's going to be wearing Union Jack underwear. We're going to make it such a big thing. And then none of that played into this match. No. I mean, it was just two dudes out there fighting. One is a Olympic bronze medalist.
Yeah, this whole time I thought he was gold.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I'm still not going to knock it. It's more than I've ever achieved in my life.
Yeah. But,
you know?
But to be an Olympic boxer, to use boxing instead of wrestling in a wrestling ring, that's like the Mayweather thing. It's like, or Tyson even. We understand it. You're a boxer, but what?
One thing I do like when Tyson gets into the wrestling ring is he does that thing where he ducks his head and he backs them. He'll like back them into like the turnbuckle. He'll duck his head. He'll get his fist low and he starts doing like the fucking
body
60 body shots, just to the fucking body shot, like full blown anime style. To the point that like the ref has to like whoa, and like push him back because it's like you're allowed like 6 of those, dude. You just hit him like 80 times.
Yeah, that's what That's what he's trained to do. That's what they're conditioned to do.
He makes it work well. But, I mean, really, when it comes down to it, where Cody, I thought, was going to have the upper hand on this, and what I was expecting during all this, was Cody's a grappler. And Cody can get you down to the mat.
And then you got a striker who's excelling in striking. Mm-hmm. So, with the excel in striking versus grappling, it played well to both of their strengths. Ogogo actually did pretty good with a few spots as far as doing some drops.
Yeah.
He did a good Samoa drop. He did a pretty good fireman carry slam.
I was glad to see him pull out some wrestling moves.
Yeah, and then Cody pulled out a few classics as they were. The Rhodes disrespect where they drop to the mat and as the person's leaning forward and give him a quick slap to the face.
Him and Dustin both do that pretty well. There was one match a couple years back. At least it feels like a couple years back. I mean, I've been watching AEW pretty much since the beginning. There was one match where he pulled out his move, his brother's move, and his daddy's move, and I fucking went nuts. It was so beautiful, and he kind of did that in this. I mean, he had the disrespect, he had his actual move, but I didn't see all of the family in there, and that was kind of one of those things I was looking forward to, especially with the whole I'm going to be the American dream for one night only thing.
Yeah.
But it was still an enjoyable match. I think I just put it on too much of a pedestal, or maybe they did. Maybe they put it on too much of a pedestal and they didn't deliver on that. But it didn't make it a bad match by any means.
Oh, no. But one of the lessers.
Yeah. And now, I can't remember the exact order of the card, so we're just going to go with the next thing I remember, which would be Scorpio Sky.
Oh, okay.
With it was Ego.
Yeah.
Against Darby Allin and
Sting.
Sting.
That was a good
one.
That was a good match.
Sting's first time in the ring for a match in 6 years.
That didn't involve pre-recording.
Well, I mean, you got to remember that pre-recorded one. They're never in the ring.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
No, I guess there was a ring.
There was a ring, but it wasn't in front of a live audience.
And that's why they're like, if they even know that didn't count. That wasn't him out there in front of a live audience throwing it down.
He still looked good though.
He looked amazing. I mean, he pulled his shirt off, and I went, "Oh damn!" I'm embarrassed that I look the way I do.
He's what, 63?
Is he really that old now?
Let's find out. We have the internet.
We have the internet. It will let us search, but that's about it.
69.
No,
that's a singer. Oh,
that's the guy that sued.
62.
62. He doesn't look it.
He doesn't look it. He looks maybe at worst 50.
So
yeah.
But he's out there with Darby. He's doing his shit. Darby's doing his shit. There were some interesting moments. There were some things where I was like, I'm calling maybe we get a hold from both of the both Sting and Darby, and instead we got something kind of a little different. I don't know, the match gave me what I expected, but the match also didn't give me what I expected. Not necessarily in a bad way. It's just I feel like AEW is doing a lot of good. They're doing a lot of good. I'm loving what they're doing, but to be a company that is so into the fans and doesn't mind to get a little tongue-in-cheek and doesn't mind to touch in on the nostalgia factor, it kind of blows my mind that there's such simple crowd pops that they miss.
Oh yeah.
So there was a few things in the Sting and Darby match or the Cody Anthony Ogogo match where it's you could have made the crowd fucking blow the roof off of Daily's Place if you just done this one little thing. But not to say that it was a boring match at all, because it wasn't, and they still made the crowd pop. So.
Oh yeah. Oh, the crowd was on fire.
Yeah. I mean, it's the second show where they've been able to do full crowd like that, but first pay-per-view.
Yeah, but I think that's the crowd was just on point. There was only one thing we didn't quite hear what they were chanting, but I think that was just because we were not paying attention. Yeah. And then the triple threat match where it was Pac, Moxley, and...
So you got the bastard Pac. You got John Moxley, and you got...
I forgot the third guy.
Oh, no, not John Moxley.
No.
Wait, yeah, no, you got me mixed up. John Moxley's in the other match.
Yes.
It's the bastard Pac, it's Orange Cassidy, and it's Kenny Omega.
That's it, Kenny Omega.
That match was mostly what I expected, but I expected Kenny to be a little bit more dirty.
I expected him to be a little bit more... Well, his manager was dirty. I mean, he did use all 4 belts.
Oh. That he did. Oh, spoilers.
Spoilers, sorry.
Don Callis being the manager.
Yeah. Sorry. But it's still a very good match. Very entertaining.
Yeah.
Holy shit does Pac showcase his
talent.
His talent and his 1-year hiatus coming back. Nothing but strong.
Yeah. So, yeah, he was stuck in like almost a full year being stuck in London. Came back to AEW, and every show he's been in ever since he came back, he's just fucking killed it, and he's not slowing down anytime soon. He did not slow down at Double or Nothing. He was right there. I mean, there was times where he was outperforming both guys in that fucking ring.
He popped up like 6 times total off of other people's moves.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think you were supposed to sell. Like, he sold too. Like, he got hit with the belt and he crumpled, and it made it look so authentic.
So.
Good ending. Good ending, by the way.
Yeah, that was definitely a good one. I did call that one.
Yeah.
The John Moxley one. That was the one with the Young Bucks. That's the one
that
came
right.
partially into. So that
That's
was the Young
right.
Bucks, John Moxley, and Eddie Kingston.
That's it.
Sorry, Eddie's name was escaping me for a second. I'm liking this version of Eddie a lot more than the version of Eddie we got when AEW started. Originally, when Eddie came into AEW, I wanted to change the channel. I wanted to mute it.
He was bland.
He was crying all the time. He was very emotional. It's not that men can't cry or anything like that. It was just, it wasn't an enjoyable character. It was this character that's so mad that Moxley has done so well and he hasn't because they came from the same place. Mm-hmm. And it's like, but bro, you're at AEW also. Yeah, it took you a little longer to get there than John did, but you still end up at AEW. Mm-hmm. You're here.
Your family.
Happy. Your family. But now they've sided together against the Young Bucks, and it was a pretty good match.
The women's, the PhD versus I don't remember her name.
So you've got Hikaru Shida.
That's it.
Who is the women's champion?
Shida
against Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Good match.
PhD, LMA.
I enjoyed the match. Yeah, they hit a lot of good spots, but it didn't get as
hype.
I'm gonna say as grueling as I know as a Britt Baker match can get fucking. She goes hard.
She does, and
she did hard on this one, but I don't know.
But there was you were expecting her to hit the Mankind vibes that she always comes off as.
Yeah, I was expecting her to fuck Sheeta up, and or I was expecting her to put herself so much on the line that Sheeta fucks her up.
Yeah.
But all in all, it was a good match.
It was a very good
good
match.
spots. And
the winner won.
Yeah. There was a predictable move and a predictable outcome from that move.
Yes.
But, I love both these women. I think they're both absolutely fucking amazing. I get excited whenever Britt comes on.
Oh, going back
and I get excited whenever Sheeta comes on.
Yeah, going back over to the Royal Rumble-esque, the Casino Royale. Christian. Amazing.
Oh yeah, he hasn't fucking lost a beat.
He has not lost a single goddamn beat. And I think he may have sprained his knee/ankle.
I think that might be story.
I think
he was injured from the match. Whatever caused him to go down, I think he tweaked something. He'll be back up next week.
I'm just gonna look at how old he is. Okay, he's only 47. Yeah. A little bit of gray, but he still looks freaking amazing.
I mean, man can run circles around me all day, and I'm in my 20s.
Oh yeah. And then the last match... No, Rusev.
We've seen a couple matches here.
Holy shit.
We got Miro.
That was a lot. Holy crap.
Yeah, we got Miro against... Who did Miro fight?
I'm just going to do this.
You're going to pull up the card?
Yeah, because my brain is fried. Out of here. All right, full card.
Okay, let's run down. Pre-show, NWA's Women's Championship, Serena Deeb versus Riho, which we talked about. Sting and Darby Allin versus Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page. That's not the order it happened.
No.
Cody and Anthony Go-Go, Hangman Adam versus Brian Cage, Casino Battle Royale, TNT Championship. That was Miro versus Lance Archer. Lance fucking ruled for a while there, and Miro ruled for a while there. But I did see this outcome coming.
And Jake brought in a mysterious bag.
Ooh, I wonder what could have been in that.
Huh?
I wonder what could have been in that.
What could have been in that? Well, when I'm not going to...
getting beaten around, we know what's not in it.
Yeah, and I was just like...
Yeah. Were you impressed by Lance's strength?
Yes. Oh, hell yeah.
There were some lifts he did on Miro.
I mean, Kenny Omega gave me a few, like, oh, man, he still got it. Yeah. Like, I was wondering if he still did, because I feel like Kenny is more of a yuckster than...
No, he was doing great. It's just, I feel like the pandemic kind of threw everything off, and we kind of lost the whole elite angle, and I don't know, things felt weird. Mm-hmm. And now Kenny's this weird shadow of his former self.
Yeah.
We'll skip that next one. We'll say that to the end.
Okay.
Tag Team Champion, which was Young Bucks versus Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston. We watched that. Now that I realize that was for the belt, I feel like that outcome isn't shocking at all. Yeah. Women's Championship we talked about, and then Kenny, Orange Cassidy, and Pac we talked about. I feel like we're missing one in there. I feel like this is missing something.
Cody, Coco. I mean, the Hangman one that we missed.
Yeah, but I feel like there was one.
The Casino Battle Royale, the TNT Stadium. No, this feels like a full card. I'll back it up and check it on other.
No, I guess it's. I mean, I don't see them missing one. I mean,
get out of here.
I guess maybe it's just because some of the matches had so many layers to them, it just felt like a lot more.
I guess.
So yeah, I guess we'll talk about the last one.
Okay. The last one was the Stampede match I had mumbled about earlier, and it is the Inner Circle versus the Pinnacle. The Pineapple.
So did you see the original Stadium Stampede?
I remember catching glances at it, but no.
It was a little goofier than this. That one was the Inner Circle versus the Elite.
That's it.
And like you had like the part where they go into the bar and Hangman's just sitting there drinking, and what's his name? Hager comes in, and
I'm glad that he had a bigger part in this.
I am too. And Hangman's like, you here to fight or drink, and then he pours a drink, and Hager sits down and drinks it with him, and then out of fucking nowhere, Hangman goes, "What's the difference?" and like slaps him with a glass. I'm like, what the fuck is this? They had some goofy moments. They had Matt Hardy doing his multiple transformations and whatnot because he filled the pool.
That's right, and he would come out as
each
incredible.
But looking at this Stampede, it still had its goofy moments. There were some fucking chair dancing. There was some callbacks, but this one was a little bit more serious, I guess. But it's still one of those things where it's like they're doing some yucking it up moments. It's the fun final thing.
It was a very fun final thing, and very, very noticeably pre-recorded and.
Not as pre-recorded as I think everyone's making it out to be, because you got to figure it lines up to having to come out in front of they come out to where the audience is,
right?
So,
but I mean, I think it's like pre-recorded to an extent. Like, here's the facial damage, here's the wrappings, here's to showcase the story. I think that it was for the most part, because
I think it was played very safe. I don't know how pre-recorded it is, because that's a lot of continuity errors that you could hit.
I mean, there was one.
So I don't know. I think it was played very safe.
Bits and pieces.
But I don't think the whole thing was like Undertaker versus fucking
AJ Styles. Yeah, fuck that.
Fuck that. Darby Allin and Sting versus Team Taz pre-recorded.
Yeah, fuck that. Well, actually, that was actually entertaining.
That was entertaining, but still.
Yeah. But good match overall. Even though it wasn't really much of a match, it was just a lot of spots between MJF and Chris Jericho.
Yeah, well, that was the main feud was between the two of those. Chris Jericho let MJF into the inner circle, and he tried to sit there and systematically take it apart.
Yeah.
Sammy left because of him, stuff like that. So, but all in all, it was a fun pay-per-view, and I'm excited for the next one in 3 months.
2.5-ish, because we're already entering into June.
No, the next one's September.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, September, then November.
So June, we're already in June, July, August. Yeah, you're right.
Because the next one's September. They're going to Chicago.
And then the one where it all started.
Yeah. Well, actually, it all started out here, but,
Well, I don't know. I was just listening to what Cody said.
So it's almost like they keep trying to rewrite AEW history. Everything I know, they debuted in Vegas with Double or Nothing. But I'm not gonna argue them on their shit. It's their company.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, they're going to Chicago, and then the next one's in November, where they're going to St. Louis. So they're officially going back onto the road for the pay-per-views. All right, so we told you guys we were gonna watch the movies last week, and we did. And what did you think about the first one, 48 Hours?
48 Hours. With Nick Nolte, Eddie Murphy, very, very nice movie. A little on the nose with its message of. I'm not supposed to like you because you're of this race and all that, and they
were calling some shit out.
Oh, they were calling some heavy shit out, and
what I love is they're calling some shit out in '82.
In '82, and they were hitting hard with it. Like Nick Nolte did not pull any punches, and I can see that Eddie Murphy was okay with it, of course, but at the same time,
this is his debut film.
Eddie's?
Yeah.
Oh.
He had already done things like Raw, his stand-up and whatnot.
Okay.
This is Eddie's first movie.
Okay, well, even still, holy crap! Like
he came out the gate swinging.
Yeah, Nick hit him, and Eddie literally hit him back. A very, very fun movie. As I said, just a little jab here and there that you kind of have to sit through. Let's take a look at the ratings. 6.9 out of 10 on IMDb, 93% on Rotten Tomatoes, 4.2 out of 5 on Vudu, and an 86 through the Google users. I threw this at a good stern 9. It was a pretty entertaining movie. It made you kind of think on, where Eddie is wanting to keep his ties, because he's like, I've got problems over here. I've
been treated a certain way.
Yeah, I've been treated a certain way. I'm going to get out in 6 months. I have my money already safely packed in a place where no one's going to touch it. I'm safe. I don't care. And as soon as I get out, I get the best.
And it's, oh crap, maybe
not.
Yeah.
And then, boom, it immediately pulls him into, I have to help out the cop.
Did you find it funny?
I did find it. There was a few scenes that I found funny, especially
go ahead.
The rant. At that Eddie, where he's like, give me the badge, and as soon as he gets the badge, he just goes.
Yeah. Did you find it dramatic?
Did
you find it dramatic, like in a good way?
Oh, in a good way.
So it's kind of hitting multiple notes. How do you feel about that 93 on Rotten Tomatoes?
I'm fine with it.
Fine with it?
Yeah.
Let's see if we'll see how well this works. We'll see if Rotten Tomatoes is doing any better.
With the critics? Oh, there we go.
Okay,
69?
The audience.
Okay, well...
it's probably a lot of people watching it nowadays.
And being like, that's racist.
But that's what it's calling out. It's one of those things where it's like people are going to sit here and maybe say, oh, it's racist. But it's it's calling it out for being racist.
I forgot about Double Team with Jean-Claude Van Damme and Dennis Rodman. I forgot all about it.
Why is this something that you might also like for 48 Hours? I don't even understand heavy metal. Why is heavy metal on this? Tank Girl?
And Tank Girl. Well, Tank Girl I kind of can see...
I don't see it at all. We have Ice-T as a kangaroo.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm not seeing the connection. Or not Ice-T, Ice Cube.
Ice Cube. Why not? They make both of them make a good drink.
Shut up. Keep it going. Find us some of those user reviews.
The users?
Yeah, because the users are the ones being a bitch.
You're right.
I have a feeling it's a lot of people that are calling the movie racist, not understanding the movie's calling out racist.
Okay, so this is a review from 2014. Awful, generic, predictable, and boring. This film is the sum of endless number of tired buddy cop movie cliches. Firstly, no it isn't, because you do not pull a person out of prison to be your buddy cop. Cut those out of the film and there's nothing left, nothing at all. On top of that... Ooh.
Really quick. Also... This is nothing but tired cliches. This is why you gotta look at things, bro. This movie was made in '82. I'm pretty sure this movie fucking predates Lethal Weapon.
It does.
Which is like one of like the buddy cop type of things.
It is. Because if it's a 80s buddy cop movie, it's in the 80s, bro.
Yeah, so this being 82.
So hold on. 2.5 stars. A stereotypical 80s buddy cop type film. Then it's doing what it's supposed to in its time. Like, it's weird. It's one of these...
Yeah, okay. So he's calling it out for being cliche, though, and this is why I take issue. It's cliche because it's doing all these buddy cop things. But it's not cliche because it's doing this before the other buddy cop movies.
Right.
Lethal Weapon won't happen for 5 more years. Can you think of another buddy cop film? Let's see if we can count one. Rush Hour won't happen until the 20s.
Starsky and Hutch.
Starsky and Hutch, the show?
Sure. Because, if we're going show also, Chips.
So Starsky and Hutch was in the 70s.
Yeah.
So, I guess you can make that argument.
What about Chips? If we're going...
Chips, I'm pretty sure, was in the 80s. Nope, 77 to 83, so, kind of...
A little before.
So, but those, yet again, both those are shows. I don't know. To sit there and say it's cliche, I feel like it's right before all this shit starts becoming cliche. It's movies trying to remake this that make it cliche.
Right.
It's all the movies that want to be 48 Hours and want to be Lethal Weapon that are cliche.
I'm not finding. Oh, here we go. 2 stars. Nolte and Murphy were great, but the movie is ludicrous.
Why is it ludicrous? They're trying to stop this dude that's going around fucking murdering the shit out of people with a weapon. Before you give too many spoilers.
And he has they have a hostage, and it's like they also have someone else's money that was already stolen and that was never returned. It's like there's a lot of things of. It's not ludicrous. It's just a lot of happenstance that's big. It's important. I don't know, but in short. 48 Hours. Good movie. I recommend it.
Hold on. The Rock was... This is a 3-star. The Rock was one of my favorites when I was younger, so my expectations for the cop-convict partnership are always high. Felt Eddie was underutilized here, but the outfits were fantastic.
You what?
Also, first of all, The Rock is like a decade later, and Eddie... being underutilized, the most I can say is it's his first movie.
It's his first movie.
They don't want to hang this whole thing on a guy that may turn out to not be able to act. Luckily, Eddie Murphy's a hell of an actor.
And also that dramatic scene in that one bar, you tell me that wasn't acting, that it was not being utilized. You what?
All right.
I'm out of here.
I put it high. I put it in the 90s.
Yeah, 90s as well.
All right, Midnight Run. This was a first for both of us. This is 6 years later.
Very interesting. Robert De Niro, Charles Grodin, who just passed away recently, I believe you mentioned.
Bone marrow cancer at the age of 83 or something like that.
Yeah, both of which amazing actors. They played off of each other so well.
They did.
Let's quickly
You also have John Ashton in this, which is interesting to me because I know him as the cop from Beverly Hills Cop 1 and 2. Mm-hmm. In this, he's like this bounty hunter who's battling with De Niro because he wants the money for his bringing
Marvin, look! And he goes, huh? And then he gets either sucker punched or, something happens to him. And then at the end, he goes, Marvin, look! And he goes, oh no, I ain't falling for that again. It's very cheeky humor.
I liked seeing De Niro because this is in the 80s. So he'd been doing, at this point, De Niro's been doing the mob scene since the 70s, early 70s.
This is just after Casino, is it not?
Double check it. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But you got to figure, he's been doing
Taxi Driver,
mob stuff since
Godfather.
At least 74 when he plays the young version of Don Corleone.
Raging Bull.
And so it's like he's 74. He's Godfather.
76.
76 Taxi Driver. That's not mob though. I'm talking about mob stuff.
Oh, you're talking mob stuff.
Yeah. So he's already started to kind of get typecast in the mob thing.
Once Upon a Time in America.
Yeah, Once Upon a Time in America. That's 84. So he's not completely typecast.
Untouchables.
Untouchables will come out just before this one. So yeah, Untouchables, again another mob film. So when he hits Midnight Run, it's really great because he's against the mob in this. We're not seeing him as the mobster this time. We're seeing him the guy against the mob.
Right.
And I fucking love that. I love that flip for this actor. He, kind of doing the opposite of the typecasting and even more so going against the acting that he's been doing. So, it's a lot of fun.
And a side actor, Dennis Farina, holy shit. Every time he was on screen, just fucking amazing.
Yeah, Farina's great.
All of his lines, I think, were A+.
Fucking kill you with a pencil.
Like, he was on top of it.
Shut up or I'll bash your fucking head in with this phone.
Yeah, I know, right?
And then you got Joe, I can never say his last name.
Pentoliano.
He was pretty good in this, but my favorite role for him is Bad Boys. He's the chief, or like their boss in Bad Boys 1, 2, and I'm assuming 3 because I haven't seen.
Woosah.
Just when they come in, and he's playing basketball in Bad Boys. I was making all these before you guys showed up. He's also in The Matrix.
He's also in The Goonies.
He is in The Goonies. He's one of the
mobsters. Yeah.
But he's in The Matrix. He's the one that turns on them. Risky Business. He's the pimp, I do believe.
U.S. Marshals. He's in a lot of things.
U.S. Marshals. He's part of the team Daredevil. He's Ben Urich.
He's the photographer, yeah?
The reporter, Ben Urich.
Reporter, yeah.
So he was great in that. Ready to Rumble, I don't remember him in, but,
I think he's like one of the managers, I think.
Maybe. I don't know. It's been a little bit.
He seems like he would do a manager role for that.
Since I've seen that. So.
Yeah.
But no, it was an enjoyable movie. I actually really liked it. Let's check out the ratings real quick.
Oh, right.
We are looking at
7.5 out of 10 on IMDb, 94% on Rotten Tomatoes, 78% on Metacritic, and 88% from Google users. Once again, I'm going to throw this in the 9s. This was really good. And the music was done by Danny Elfman.
Yeah. The year before he's going to go on to do Batman, the thing that's going to put him on everyone's radar as a composer. I mean, he's already on your radar because he's Oingo Boingo. This is a year before the thing that's going to put him on the fucking map as a composer, and this is nothing like anything he does for the rest of his career.
No, and I mean it was bubbly, it was fun, it matched scenes, it didn't feel out of place. It fueled the narrative.
I got two. I got 2 words for you. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, God, whoever did the writing for that, stellar.
Now, a weird thing.
Go for it.
So, between the 2 movies, 48 Hours, we've got Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
And then over with the other one, Midnight Run, we've got De Niro. De Niro and Nolte would go on to do Cape Fear together. And then the other bounty hunter in this is the actor that's in Beverly Hills Cop. So, Eddie Murphy and him are together in Beverly Hills Cop. So, we have 2 connections there. Then we have another connection in the fact that I do believe the guy that wrote Midnight Run, or no, the guy that directed Midnight Run, I think goes on to direct Beverly Hills Cop. So these movies are conjoined in multiple ways without us even to do it.
But what was the main one was Unlikely Partners.
Yeah, that was kind of the concept. The cop and the con partner type of thing.
And on Rotten Tomatoes, the audience gives it an 87%. So everyone's kind of unanimous for the most part.
If I wouldn't sit in the 80s like that, I'd go up to the 90s.
Yeah, I'm in the 90s. Metacritic, I think, was the lowest was IMDb at 75-ish. But yeah, no, this great movie. All the characters played more than what they should have, and for a good purpose. I don't think anyone undersold what they were doing, and I appreciated it.
No, it was very well casted, very well acted, very well written. So, go ahead and do your little jingle.
Up shoe news.
We're going right into the shoe news for you guys because, like we said, this is gonna be a shorter episode. I hate it. I took this beautiful photo while standing in line to get dinner, and you guys can't even see it. I'll tweet it out there.
Yeah. So over at literally, they are the ones selling them. It is In-N-Out Burger company store branded slip-on shoes.
Yeah, In-N-Out kicks.
And they are a fancy black with some red wavy stripes and red palm trees where the tongue is.
I would probably wear these on beach days.
Yeah. The prices are $64.95 for adults and $39.95 for children. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Shop.inandout.com. Between in and out is little hyphens. Dashes. Yeah. Or dashes, whatever.
Hyphens, same thing.
Yeah. Go check them out if you want to go actually see these.
Now, In-N-Out's always done T-shirts special to each location. So when I walked in and saw shoes, I'm standing there and I'm like, fucking shoes. And I took a photo and Lauren kind of looks at me and I went, shoe news.
Yeah,
We were just trying to get dinner. I'm like,
shoe news.
This is my reward for a hard day moving.
Yeah, no, right? Shit, holy crap. He's been moving. I've been dealing with... Oh, my God. No. Not getting into it. Today's a good day.
Today is a good day.
Boom. The other shoe news we got, it's no surprise that we live in Vegas.
Yeah, we live in Sin City.
And with that, we have a pair of Nikes. On one side, it says the Q for Queen. On the other, it's King. And the embroidery right around the golden swoosh of a Nike logo is this bandana. I forget what they call. What is the bandana style called?
I know what you're talking about, and the best way I can describe these shoes is bandana because I don't know what that style is called.
Oh,
it's not like where I look at picnic print. No, it's gingham.
Yeah,
I don't know what this is called. I don't know what the design of a bandana is.
Oh, well, it has that similar look.
Yeah, same thing you'd see on a pit boss's cowboy shoes.
Yeah. Like it has a thing. It has a name, but even still, beautiful looking shoes, white with the almost casino floor style motif. I would wear these. Real talk. These look really fucking nice. The only downside is the price tag at $110, and they were available 3 days ago.
This is also a kind of a fun tie-in because AEW is all Vegas themed because normally this is the show that they do out here.
Oh, that's right. Well, I mean, all of them are casino themed, so...
No, because they got full gear.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Most of them are.
Yeah.
But
because they got all in and they got double or nothing.
Yeah, these ones, if you happen to want to look them up yourself, they are Air Jordan 1 low, and then in not within this exact quotations, spades. All right, and then the last bit of shoe news we have here. So it just dawned on me how old Nickelodeon shows actually are.
Oh, shut up.
Puma and Nickelodeon did a handshake to make Rugrats shoes. These look pretty cool. You can see little bits on the Reptar, and then on the other ones you get the full, very strange splat that they have in the title card when they're showing what the episode's name is. Dun 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 dun.
So, fun fact: the Rugrats theme music is created by someone famous for music before that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so apparently there's a guy out there that decided, well, my band was famous but didn't blow up quite like we'd hoped. So
isn't the Aquabats?
No, not Aquabats. The Aquabats did it was a live action show. The Aquabats did do a kids show.
Oh, okay.
But it's Mark Mothersbaugh, known for such things as, like I said, the Rugrats. Or being part of things like Jerry and the Evildoers. No? Then you don't know that one?
Mm-mm.
No. How about Devo?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. That would make sense.
Mark Mothersbaugh from Devo. He does the Rugrats music.
Okay. Well, there are 3 styles. They don't have...
One pair is kind of fuzzy.
One pair's a little bit fuzzy looking. It doesn't have any prices, but I'm going to go see about... it says on June 4th is the release, but no prices. That's yeah.
It will be available through Foot Locker, it looks like.
Let me see if this has it.
No,
nope, that's not the right one. Yeah, so go check out Foot Locker on the 4th. Or Puma.com. Actually, let me see if it's on Puma. If it's on Puma, then I'll let you know about pre-release prices, but... Yeah, no, there's nothing here.
No. We used to have a really nice Puma store out of Town Square, and they closed it down.
Yeah, I know, right? And that's it for shoe news, and I just kind of want to make a small review of Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft, a beautiful Dungeons & Dragons supplement campaign book. I was very hesitant on even looking at this, and when I looked at it, I said, fine, sure, whatever. I thought it was just going to be vampires and werewolves. No, this thing includes body horror, cosmic horror, dark horror. It includes how to handle zombie hordes, how to handle undead in a more harsher light. They were not pulling any punches. And then it's like, hey, you're a warlock? I got something that can make you both stronger and weaker, but give you a little bit more flair, such as dark gifts or otherwise.
I like the concept of taking a zombie from just being a reanimated corpse and taking it into it actually being a thing that you have to really calm yourself down about seeing, because you're seeing this just grotesque, decaying, falling apart creature.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's also, you were mentioning to me that it helps you describe some of the body horror. So if you are dealing with any form of body horror, whether you're going to deal with it through Cthulhu-esque things, or if you're going to deal with it in the form of zombies and whatnot, you want to kind of get into your player's head and kind of poke at them a little bit, so that you can get those real reactions, not just the stoic I roll 20s guy.
Oh yeah. Oh no. I loved everything about this book. This book I recommend very highly if you're just wanting something to have an interesting plot hook that doesn't involve just a simple go and do this thing. There's more to it. This can add in for more murder mysteries if you're wanting to, with undead. So the person's not really dead. They're just not available right now. It even comes with a placard in the back that you can pull out and put on a plank of wood, and it has this other pull-out that you can do as a spirit board. So you actually get a makeshift Ouija board. And I'm like, you know what, that's actually kind of cool. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, wait, I have this digitally. I can throw this mother fricker up on Foundry or Roll20 and take control of the placard and just have it be a transparent PNG and wiggle it around as everyone's quote unquote touching it, and it works.
And it's great having it digitally like that. That's absolutely amazing that you're able to do that. But when we're all able to start doing, or for those of us that already are able to do, or whatever the case is, mm-hmm. that are able to do it in person, there's nothing quite like having it. I've played D&D sessions where it's all in our head, and it's a blast. I have a great time. Mm. I play a D&D session through the computer where I'm watching other people with the physical items while I'm watching just on the screen, and it's still a blast. I haven't had any D20 or Roll20 playthroughs, sadly, but there's nothing quite like when you're sitting at a table, whether you're the DM or the player. When you're sitting at the table and your DM tells you guys to clear some space on the table, or you tell your players to clear some space, and you see the reaction on their face, so that you can pull out a physical item that they can do something with, even if it's a chest that they open up, there's some gold coins in it, or it's the placard like this that you can move around. The feeling it gets being the player getting to do it, and the feeling it gets to be the DM giving that to the players. The physical thing to do it, doesn't matter how little or how big it is, it will always just elate your fucking players.
Oh hell yeah!
Elate you as a player.
Oh hell yeah! And I'm very excited to add more pieces. This even includes some extra subclasses and backgrounds, such as allows you to be a Dhampir, which is like a vampire spawn, a Hexblood, which is a being that has been experimented on for a while, or you died but you're reborn. It even includes the College of Spirits for the Bards and an actual just straight up undead pact for the Warlocks. So those are thrown in there, included. I loved it. It's a good book, 10 on 10. As I said, I had my expectations at an all-time low, and it blew them completely out of the water. I wanted the alternative art, but it's sold out, so I'm not going to go trying to find it for $80, $90, but it is very pretty. Go check it out if you want to go take a peek. Just look up Van Richten's alt cover, and you'll see some beautiful artwork. That's me.
And with that, guys, we're going to wrap it up. We're sorry to cut things short here. We're sorry that this isn't the normal visual. But
and I'm sorry for any audio breaking, because we're having to do it on Audacity, which doesn't do it automatically for us.
Yeah, but we will come back strong next week. If there is any issues, we will apologize then as well. But I don't see any issues. We should be able to come back nice and strong next week with a new studio, good internet, and some fun visuals.
Yes.
And hopefully better lighting than what we have right now.
Yeah, so I mean that's also a plus. Yeah.
All right, with that, make sure you guys tell a friend, tell an enemy, like, subscribe, and
buy some coffee.
Buy some coffee and follow us wherever you can.
Speaking of which, we sold some more coffee, so thank you, whoever did that.
Thank you for buying the coffee, people.
Ta.